Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Quick story for you. A week or so ago, I picked up a friend in my car. We share the same hobby, so I pick him up fairly regularly, and we always go in my car. And he said, Richard, he said, your car is always so clean and tidy, very minimalistic. He doesn't know what the boot looks like, by the way. He said, yeah, it's always so clean and tidy, but however, you've always got a 50 pence piece. Always got a 50 pence piece in the car with you. I keep it right there. And he said, why? And I said, well, it's to remind me of the time that I was paid for busking, singing on public transport in London. And he said, explain. So I did. So I've got into the habit of singing whenever I go on public transport in London with any of my family. Our two daughters live in London. My older daughter doesn't mind it, but my younger daughter gets very cross, especially if she's got a friend with her. Anyway, so I think about a year ago, it was a Sunday evening, been out for dinner with our two daughters and I think our younger daughter's friend. I got on a bus to go back to one of their flats so I could grab my car and drive home. Got on the bus, my elder daughter sat down, my younger daughter sat down, and my younger daughter's friend sat down, but I didn't, much to the horror of my younger daughter, and I started singing. Marina, aquamarina. No, I didn't sing that. No, I sang Mandy by Barry Manilow. I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice, shadows of a man, face on a window. You get the idea. Anyway, eventually I sat down and a couple of bus stops came and went, and an elderly gentleman, as he was getting off, he thrust a coin into the palm of my hand. And I thanked him, and he said, thank you so much for brightening up the bus on such a cold and damp Sunday evening. And I thought it was wonderful. It was really, really wonderful. Anyway, we eventually got off the bus. I reached into my pocket, and to my horror, I found that it was a 50 pence piece. You see, I thought he'd give me a 20 pence piece. So I thanked him enough for 20 pence. And my big regret is I didn't thank him enough for 50 pence. Anyway, so the reason why I keep the 50 pence piece there is to remind me to sing as often as I can to bring a little bit of joy into people's lives. Thanks for listening.